hungry.
Take the challenge, the Jelly Belly Bean Boozled Challenge. These seemingly innocent-looking jelly beans look all colorful and delicious, but is it yuck or yum? Only one way to find out. Jelly Belly, the original gourmet jelly bean.
I'm sure you're all familiar with the game of Russian roulette. We've all heard of it. You have 6 people sit around a round table. You have a gun, 1 bullet. You stick that bullet into one of the chambers of the gun, you leave the other chambers empty, and then you spin it like a roulette wheel, and you stop it! And then you hand the gun around the table, each person takes a turn, taking that gun, stick it to their noggin, and pull the trigger, and if they hear that satisfying click, they win! They're safe for another day. But the one poor schmo at that table who's gonna pull that trigger, and brains fly everywhere, he's the sole loser. And well, I guess they're all losers because they have to clean that crap up. But, the good folks at Jelly Belly decided, hey, people aren't talking about Russian roulette anymore. How about we bring it to the home? This is the Russian roulette home game, ladies and gentlemen. In case you haven't heard, it's not exactly a widespread thing, but it's very popular with kids. You have jelly beans that look identical. Like you'll have, I mean, there's a whole slew of different colors in here, but every color has 2 different flavors, if you can wrap your head around that. You have a color that's kind of pinkish. One jelly bean, I mean, they look identical, they smell identical, just like the guns going around the table. I mean, there's no way to figure out when you're playing Russian roulette, like which gun has the bullet in the chamber ready to come out and spear through your head. I mean, unless you're freaking like Daredevil and you can actually hear the bullet click as it like clicks into the chamber. But I mean, every gun looks the same, it smells the same, it weighs the same. Same thing goes with this. Every bean you see looks and smells the same as you're handing it to your friends. One of them tastes like crap, the other one tastes pretty good. You got a pink one that tastes like peach, the other pink one will taste like vomit. So this is something I've never done for the show before, something that is intentionally bad. So I have to take that into account when I give this thing a grade. But in any case, this is gonna be a really tough one to review because there's a whole slew of different flavors. As you'll see right here. All sorts of flavors and colors, all the flavors of the beautiful rainbow and the shit rainbow all in one. So what I'm gonna do, I guess, because I'm coming up with this idea right off the cuff, like right by the seat of my pants, is I'm gonna try each and every one of these, and if they're not the right one, I'm just gonna not show you guys that. I'm gonna only show you guys the really crappy ones. And then I'll try to come up with a star rating after that. That's gonna be one of the toughest star ratings. I mean, how do you grade something that's supposed to be intentionally bad? I don't know. So, here we go. I'm going to take the Bean Boozled Challenge. Poor lamentable me, poor Djclyve, about to take the Bean Boozled Challenge. Yeah, they nailed that taste. It almost, when you take your first bite of it, it almost tastes like you got the right one. But oh my god. Such a musty taste. You can almost taste it in your nose. It almost tastes like sweaty leather. Like, I think sweaty socks is a little bit, ugh, oh man, this taste in my mouth. No, it tastes more like sweaty leather. Like, if I were to give this jacket to you folks out there and you were to chew on the armpits of this jacket, like me sweating under these hot lights, that's exactly what that belly jean tasted like. Ugh, nasty. Oh! Alright. What this one tastes like, it definitely has a dairy taste to it. And so far, just to break the fourth wall and let you guys behind the scenes, I haven't tasted a good one yet. Holy crap, it just like negated all the taste from that last one and just replaced it. It is so nasty. It really does taste like sour milk. But it's supposed to be a rotten egg. I mean, I guess I've never eaten a rotten egg before. I wouldn't know what it tastes like, but I think they nailed that one. It's just got a tang to it. It's just, oh man. It's just so dry tasting. That's what's weird about it. It tastes so dry and it's moist. And you bite into it, obviously you want to salivate, but no, not with this one. Holy crap, your spit heads for the hills. You're like, oh no, you're gonna keep eating this crap. I'm going away. I'm going on vacation. Screw you, buddy. Oh my god, it tastes so dry. It's got a taste that immediately huffs out your nose. It's just awful. Ugh. Almost something vegetable tasting about this one. It tastes like going out. If I were to go outside and just grab some fistfuls of grass and shove them in my mouth, along with clumps of dirt and maybe worms in there. I haven't eaten a booger since I was a child, so I wouldn't know if this is accurate, but it definitely does not taste great. There is a little bit, a tiny shred of a good taste in there. I mean, you might think I'm crazy, but there is a tiny shred of a good taste in boogers, but I guess that's why kids eat them. All right, on to the next one. This is an unexpected surprise. You read the box and it says baby wipes. Oh, at least it'll taste fresh. You know, every once in a while, like maybe you didn't rinse off your dishes enough, and sometimes you might get soap taste in your mouth. That's not overpoweringly bad. No, this is baby wipes with the poop still on them. Man, got poop stuck in my teeth. Ugh. It has a taste that hits the back of your throat like immediately. It's like somebody chucking a wacky wall walker of disgusting taste just right in the back of your throat and just crawling slowly down and just prolonging the agony. It's horrible. I don't know what more to say about it. Why couldn't I be reviewing this? This would have been my first 5-star rating instead of reviewing intentionally disgusting jelly beans. All right. Doesn't really take, I would say the boogers tasted more like lawn clippings than the lawn clippings jelly bean tastes like lawn clippings. In fact, it doesn't have much of a taste at all. So this was a little bit of a reprieve. I'm glad to, all the phantom tastes that are dancing around my mouth right now, I'm glad to finally have a little bit of a breather. But, in something that's all about punishment, I consider that a strike against because they should all be equally disgusting. So, yeah. All right. So it tastes like toothpaste. Big whoop. People don't put toothpaste in their mouth and while they're brushing their teeth just going, what's gross about toothpaste? I don't understand. Why did you choose that? I can think of about a dozen other things right off the top of my head. Bird poop, like saturated urine, something like that. You could have made any other jelly bean flavor. Why toothpaste? Toothpaste, it's a pleasant taste. I've never had a toothpaste I was like so turned off by. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. It tastes like spearmint. I don't get it. I mean, well, at least you cleansed my palate. Thank you very much, Jelly Belly. Alright. Take it from somebody who's eaten dog food. This doesn't taste like dog food, but it does taste like... It tastes like a chocolate bar that someone stepped on with really muddy shoes. Just stepped on and stomped on. Here, eat that. Ugh. I mean, there's something good. I mean, maybe there is a slight bit of a meat taste in the background. It does kind of taste a little bit pleasant, but man, it's just got that taste that you, I mean, I feel like I've said this 100 times, you feel it in your nose. Your nose is just like literally a chimney with smoke blowing out of it going, just, ugh. Canned dog food, that's, yeah, my #1 worst flavor so far. How much more of this can I take? Holy crap! This really does not taste edible. I feel like I'm eating like pulp from like people make paper out of. Just like, God, man, it's got this weird stale air taste. Like, you ever go into like an abandoned building and you take a good whiff of the smell in there? That smell is what this tastes like. It smells, or it tastes like an abandoned building. If I were to lick the sheetrock in an abandoned building, that's what rotten egg, moldy cheese. That's what moldy cheese tastes like. Ugh. And I guess I've never eaten moldy cheese, so I wouldn't be able to say that it's comparable, but ugh, I gotta cleanse my palate for that one. Wow! Oh my God! Yeah! Wow, yeah! They really nailed that. I feel like my mouth stinks right now. Holy mother McCree! Everything else that I've eaten, this just negated all of that. It's such a strong taste. It just goes like freaking, like, what's his name? The god's name for freaking Fantastic Four, like, whatever. He was like a big steam fart cloud in that last movie. Yeah, that's what it tastes like in your mouth. What the hell's that guy's name? Galactus. It tastes like Galactus, the big fart cloud in your mouth. Oh, my God. It's just, God. And you know what? Licorice jelly beans don't taste that much better. They really don't, but good grief, what am I gonna say? Well, ho-de-do-de-do. This is your good buddy Djclyve, and I have passed, or at least survived, the Bean Boozled challenge. So what do I think? How do I grade such a game slash candy slash treat slash comestible slash whatever the heck this is? Would I suggest that you do this? Well, it might be funny for kids to try. I mean, everything that you saw, everything that I was doing before the camera, it was legit. My disgust, the taste in my mouth was just so horrific. It's just the taste in my mouth right now. I mean, even after the fact, even after I've eaten them, I have to brush my teeth or brush my gums and the roofs of my mouth, brush my whole inside of my mouth to try to get rid of this taste. It really is that bad, but for adults, I would wish that it was even worse, because it really is just like, you know, you're at the bar and your buddy's gonna drink all the Worcestershire sauce, like, and everyone's going chug, 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 yeah! I mean, it's not that bad, to be honest. I mean, I wish it were worse. There's a part of me that wishes that this could be even more punishing. But since they're just tiny, tiny little jelly beans, they can't be so potent. They can't, you know, overtake your entire mouth with that horrible flavor. The flavor that's there, it's horrible, especially the skunk. Ugh, that was the worst. I mean, they saved the best for last, or the worst for last. It was just, God, that was awful. If they were only more like that, if they were all like that, where they would just completely just make you almost want to vomit, like run to the toilet bowl and just puke your guts out, then that would be cool. But, you know, maybe if they made them a little bit bigger, if they were like big, like standard sized jelly beans, but they're like really, really tiny, you see? Also a strike going against it were the 2 flavors, lawn clippings, and toothpaste. They didn't belong there. I mean, I would much rather you have 2 less flavors and just get rid of those. Because either option, it doesn't taste that bad. I mean, the lawn clippings tasted like a standard jelly bean that didn't have a lot of flavor. The toothpaste jelly bean, I always have a problem with that word. Toothpaste jelly bean tasted like spearmint, which is a pleasant taste. Oh my God, I picked the wrong one. Oh, poor me. I'm eating spearmint when I could have been eating a berry blue flavored. What's the point? So there are some misfires here. So if I were to give this a star rating, you know what? Because there's a certain degree of fun to be had with this, I will give it 3 stars. It's above average. You know, if you buy a box of these and you play the game with your friends and say, here you go, one of us is gonna get the good one of us is gonna get the bad one. You know, eat up and we'll it's, you know, it's almost like a game that you would play either as little children who don't, you know, they love the taste of atomic warheads and stuff like that. They love gross things and that's just their thing. Or like frat boys who, I mean, the same kind of guys who would drink the Worcestershire sauce at the bar. You know, either or, that's fun. But, you know, I kind of wish it was a little bit more hardcore. And those 2 flavors have to go, so that kind of drags it down. So, officially, the Jelly Belly Bean Boozled experiment only gets a 3-star rating from yours truly. So, hey, maybe next time, maybe they'll make an extended menu and come up with some new flavors. And hey, if you're out there watching this, come up with your own flavors. Maybe the people at Jelly Belly are watching this, and you know, maybe they'll come up with a part 2, and they'll get a little bit more crazy with their flavors. So, this is your good buddy Djclyve, and I'm still living. I lived through it, and it wasn't that bad.